Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our podcast today. Yeah, welcome to Physics Education Study Program podcast, and also we collaborate with Biology Education Study Program to have a podcast today. So today we will discuss about the science education in Philippines. Yeah, and today we have two guests. Yeah, from Philippines, and I think you can say hello to our audience. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, okay, and we have Lisa and also Jay. Yeah, but first of all, before we go on to our question and answer for today, I want you to introduce yourself first. Please go on.
So good day everyone, good afternoon. I am Glyja Jam D. Amada from West Visayas State University, Iloilo, Philippines. I am a fourth year practice teacher taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Science.
Yeah.
I am also a RE 7687 Department of Science and Technology, Philippines. It's a Science Philippines scholar.
Oh.
And right now I am upholding their values and competencies, and I hope I can share it with you here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then one more.
Good day, I'm JG Election. I'm also a fourth year student, a practice teacher, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science at West Visayas State University College of Education. And just like Elijah, I am also a scholar of the Department of Science and Technology, Science Education Institute, and we're here as representatives of our university for the Southeast Asian Ministries of Education Organization Pre-Service Teacher Exchange Program.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so they are a C teacher student. Yeah, C teacher student is like a student exchange. Yeah, they teach here in Indonesia, and we are also very glad they can come here to UAD, Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, and they do teaching in what school?
SMP3 Muhammadiyah Junior High
SMP 3
School.
Muhammadiyah, SMP Muhammadiyah 3, or kalau in Indonesia SMP Muhammadiyah 3 Yogyakarta. Ya. So, and we welcome you here in our lab, and maybe I will to introduce myself to you. My name is Eko Nur Sulistyo. I come from Physics Education Department, Physics Education Study Program actually in Universitas Ahmad Dahlan Yogyakarta, and I'm one of the lecturer here and the head of Physics Education Department actually. So we will to have a question and answer today about science in Philippines. So today, here in Indonesia we have some phenomena. Not many people want to be a teacher, especially physics teacher, physics teacher or science teacher. Is that happen too in Philippines? Maybe.
Yeah.
Please.
Actually, in the Philippines, there is this popular notion where people would say that if you're like have low intellectual capacity, you're going to be a teacher lang. Lang is and if you would translate it into English, it means just. So you're just a teacher.
Oh.
So it's like they do not know the arduous training that we have to undergo. They do not know the competencies and the skills that we have possessed in order to be just that teacher. Because we are not just teachers.
Yeah.
We are teachers, and that is indeed the most noblest profession of all. Because with teaching, you can become a doctor, you are the lawyer, you are the nurse, you are the mother of your students, you are the father of your students.
Okay.
So I believe, yes, being a teacher in the Philippines is also a challenge for those aspiring teachers, but as well it is also an honor to become one.
Yeah. Okay. I think it is very the same. Yeah. In Indonesia, we have today teacher is not their option. Not not their option to be a teacher. I think maybe many kind of issues. Yeah, the government regulation and something like that. The salary,
Yeah.
low salary. Yeah, I think it happened to in Philippines.
Yes, a lot of students, college students, are pursuing the education degree for their bachelors, but only few are committed to teach when they graduate, because there's a lot, especially to teach in the Philippines, because considering the fact that teachers are overworked and undercompensated by the government in the Philippines, and they are one of the lowest salary among the government workers in the Philippines. So other teacher students options are either to find another job once they graduate or to teach in other countries. So that's just
Yeah, because first semester of those classes I was really like failing, going down, and I was on the verge of shifting to another, to humanities, because I find it really hard. But then I realized that no, maybe it's because the pedagogy, maybe it's the way that science is being taught. Maybe if I can become a teacher, maybe I can make that science more relatable to the students, more engaging to them, so that they will not feel like me, that I am afraid of science, that I find science a subject beyond my understanding. Maybe I can become a teacher and share to them that science is a very important aspect in our lives, because it answers all the things that we have questions, and I think it's about time for them to understand that science are more than just solving, more than just problems. They're actually questions, or they're actually answers to the questions that we have perhaps haven't answered yet.
Okay, but you don't regret to be a science teacher, right? You don't regret, right?
No, I had fun.
I think it's very different from me. When I graduate, I'm from physics, pure physics, in my bachelor degree. After I graduate, I teach the student, and I feel that there is a satisfaction when they don't know anything about physics. I teach them, and then after that, I give them a problem. They can do that. It's very, very satisfaction. Do you feel something like that?
Yes.
It's a eureka moment.
Yeah, eureka moment. Wow, I can teach them. They can do that. If you have in your heart, if you have something like that, you are the teacher actually, because this satisfaction for me, I bring this satisfaction in that moment. Push me to be a teacher. So I choose to be a teacher. Whether it's this low salary or not, I don't think about that. I don't think about the low salary, the regulation, and blah blah blah. I don't care about that. I just follow my passion. My passion. I follow that. That's something like a satisfaction in teaching. That's, I think, if you already feel it, just get it. Being a teacher is fun for me.
To see your students learning while you're the one in the front, it's a different kind of feeling. I like a deeper fulfillment into yourself. Like, wow, I'm making an impact to them. Like, I'm being a part of how they are going to live their lives in the future, because without me, they wouldn't be knowing what they learned today. And that's kind of the feeling that makes you happy inside and out.
That's the point. That's the point.
Someone that they look back to, and maybe if they can't remember you anymore, at least the lessons that you have imparted.
So we become the part of their lives. That's more very, very important things. And here in Indonesia, we have some kind of like a phenomena. When I go to school, meet the student, I go to school too. We have some kind of apprenticeship in the school, and also maybe community service to the school. I go to school, and actually when I ask the student, do you like science? Do you like physics? They don't know. Something like that. Is that happen too in Philippines?
Yeah, that's actually the same.
The same.
They usually correlate math with science, because we all know that math is a language of science. So they made an acronym for math that is mental abuse to humans. And it's actually the same with science because I'm not generalizing, but because before the practice for the teaching pedagogy in science tends to be strict, the concepts are quite hard, and the students, there's hands-on learning was not yet evident, so it's more like giving up the concepts. So it's really heavy
theory,
more on the theory. It's really heavy for the students to just take all of that in one sitting, and I think that's what makes them scared of science, especially the numbers.
The numbers, yeah. Okay. And then I think the same one in Indonesia. When I say physics, they assume that physics is very difficult. Yeah, a lot of theories and something like that. But actually, we face it in our everyday life, right? So actually, if we learn about science, actually we learn about our everyday life. Yeah. Well, the phenomenon is in our everyday life, the light, the something like that, the light, the motor, Carnot cycle or something like that. We face it in every day. We face it every day. That I think there must be something wrong with how they become the assumption of the student. I think, yeah. Okay, so it's the same, yeah. In Philippines, they all assume that the science hard too, yeah. In there.
Maybe it's better for us, the future science teachers, to make the students, before introducing to them the concepts, make them understand why is this necessary, what is the importance of this in their daily lives. That's why they become more engaged to study it rather than just memorizing all the time.
Yeah. I think it is very useful. Yeah, it is very useful. Maybe we can change the teaching model. Yeah, teaching model or teaching strategy. Become more contextual. I will say more contextual, more related to our everyday life. Yeah, and more. I think it is more the retention of what the concept is more higher than only give them a theory. I think something like that. And then what else? The quality of science education here in Indonesia. There is in a big city, the quality of science education is good, but in other part of the city or the part of Indonesia, they are not developed yet. They don't have laboratory. Something like that. They happen in Indonesia. They don't have laboratory. Sometimes they have laboratory, but they cannot use it. Something like that. I will be honest. Yeah, be honest. In Indonesia, we have something like that. In a big country, the education is developed well, but in another part of this Indonesia country, it is hard to develop the science education. How about in Philippines? Is that the same one?
It's very the same with the Philippines. Science education is mainstream only in the big communities, like in the cities. But if you go farther than to the far-flung areas, to the what you call challenge areas, there are somehow not only in science. It's like basically they are limited to the resources of education, and I think that is one thing that the government, may it be Philippines or Indonesia, should focus on. We should the government and the country should invest on proper learning materials and the quality of education to be improved, so that no student will be left behind. That it's not like that only the students in the cities can have access to quality science education, but also the students and the ones who are living away from the cities, because in that way there will be a fair distribution of knowledge and skills in the science education, and that is somehow that should affect to the development of a country.
So we say about the equipment, the lab and the sound, something like that. It's not very developed in remote area, maybe. In remote area, we have also something like that too. How about the teacher? The quality of the teacher. Do you have something like from government to increase the competencies of the teacher? Maybe?
Yeah, I think one good thing about the science education in the Philippines, because I really think and hope that we are progressing, because now in the past few years in our university, science teachers are, the population for students who are taking up science is very low, but right now we are one of the most numbered major in our college,
science,
science teachers, and I think that's a good thing. Regarding an organization for science educators, we actually have one. It's the National Organization for Science Teachers and Educators. It's called NOSTE. So what they did there is an organization, of course, for science teachers. They hold conferences, research conferences, where math and science teachers share their action researches, one that they provide an intervention wherein students can be effectively given the appropriate teaching strategy for science. So that way, teachers can also enhance their pedagogy and their teaching strategies, and likewise, those who are in the organization can as well learn from the action researches that other teachers have done. And we also have another.
And in addition to that, the scholarship, the agency that gives us scholarship, the Department of Science and Technology, Science Education Institute, does not only give scholarship to undergraduate students, but they are also offering scholarship programs to science teachers for their for their graduate studies. And that is why that is somehow kind of a benefit to the science teachers, so that they can further their knowledge and studies in science education.
So it is almost the same, here in Indonesia, to improve the competency of the student, teacher. We have a teacher certificate program here. So they must pass this teacher certificate program around 6 months. 6 months, they have some kind like studying again, studying again, and they collaborate with many universities. UAD is one of them. Physics education is also, we have student. You have what we call it, certificate teacher student, teacher student. So they the teacher improve their skill, their skill to teach, knowing the newest innovation in teaching physics and something like that here in UAD, and we are in physics education also have student, and they will have a graduation in 2 of March, and we have around 30. So the government choose this kind of teacher, 30 teacher, and then this group of teacher sent to the university, and we have collaboration with the government to increase their skill. Not only that, if you say about scholarship, we also we have also a scholarship too from LPDP for government scholarship. Actually, the same one, S1, S2, S3, but not only Indonesia. They push our fresh graduate to go to foreign country. To foreign country to take their master degree or their doctoral degree, and LPDP. And it is because the application, the student the fresh graduate who apply that is so the competition is very hard. The competition is very hard. But if you get it, wow, it is very good.
They'll go back here to teach.
They will go back here to teach.
To render return service. That is also same with us.
The same one.
And in addition, there's also in the Philippines, upon graduation of the teacher training graduates, we are not yet allowed to teach. We have to take the board licensure examination for professional teachers, and that is like a teaching license for you to be officially called a professional teacher. But that license expires, I think, I'm not really sure about the date of a time frame of how that license expires. But for you to renew that license, you also need to comply with the CPD units, the continuous professional development units. So upon renewal, you are required by the professional regulation PRC to have CPD units. So to have CPD units, you have to attend trainings, seminars, and even graduate studies for you to just renew your license. So I think it's also a nice quality control towards the teachers.
Yeah, I think our government already do some things to increase our teacher skill. Even in remote area, they must to increase their skill so they can teach well in that area. I think the scholarship, the government program like here in Indonesia we have certificate for teacher program. I think it is very necessary to increase the quality of the teacher, I think. Okay, the next one. What innovation in Philippines? Maybe here we have in Indonesia, when we do a research in university, especially maybe I only know for physics education. We do some kind like innovation in education. We do some kind like we do remote physics laboratory, something like that. We do the research about augmented reality, virtual reality, making new education video, something like that, and many kind of teaching model that we implemented to the school, and we take the effect of it. We want to know the effect of a new teaching model like case-based method, problem-based learning, something like that, and we want to know about the effect of this kind of model to the student. How about in Philippines? Is there any something like that too?
In the Philippines, I think one of the there is a newly implemented not really new because that was way back on 2014. The K-12 curriculum was the new curriculum of the Philippine Basic Education. So one of its main feature is the spiral progressive learning. On the previous curriculum, like for example, especially in science, like high school students, when learning science, like for example, in their first year, they will learn biology, then biology all year, then in the second year, chemistry all year, in the third year, like one branch of science per year. But upon the introduction of the new curriculum, which is the Kinder to 12, they introduced the spiral progressive model of learning, which is it revised how the learning model in learning science on the high school students. Like for example, in grade 7, instead of learning biology all year, our school years are divided into 4 quarters. Like so. On the first quarter, they will learn biology, the basic level, the basics of biology, and the second quarter, the basics of chemistry. On the third quarter, the basics of another branch of science, and the fourth quarter, the basics of physics. Then, upon entering grade 8 or the second year in junior high school, they will learn the same branches of science, but on a higher competency level. So in that way, they will be staying able to retain what they learned last year and will be refreshed for another year, as compared to the old learning model, which is if you learn biology all year only on your first year, then upon graduation on your fourth year, you will have no fresh ideas on biology.
You don't have any idea. You forget,
Forget already.
That is also the reason why these secondary teachers are taking up all branches of sciences, because when we teach high school, we are already expected to teach the 4 main branches of science, biology, chemistry, physics, and the earth and space. So that is why it is necessary for us science teachers to be equipped with the knowledge of all the science, and not have specific majoring.
Okay. How about in high school? Is it the same like that?
It's
the same.
Because our junior high school is from grade 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's different from here, right? Yeah, then we have senior high school that's for 11 to 12. Grades 11 to 12 only.
Only 2 years. High school only
senior
2
high
years.
School.
The junior high we have 4, then the senior high we have
Two.
So it's divided differently.
Different. Okay. The senior high school only 2 years, yeah. We here in 3 years. So we in junior high school we have 3 years in junior high school and 3 years in senior high school. Yeah. It is different, yeah, from Philippines.
That is also
From
one of
two,
the shocks
Yeah,
when
we
we
are-
went to SMP and
They only have until grade 9.
Grade
Yeah,
nine,
they
because-
only have until grade 9.
because 10 to 12 is already on another campus.
Yeah.
So the arrangement for the spiral progression model will only be applied to grade 7, 8, 9, and 10 for the junior high school. Then on senior high school, the science teaching will be different depending on the academic track that you will be taking. So we
okay.
have like the STEM, the UMS, that's for the humanities. The STEM is science, math, engineering, and
Mathematics, yeah.
math and technology, yes. And for the other branches, for the STEM, we are now taking a higher level of science. We have general biology 1 and 2.
I took marine
Physics.
biology,
Marine biology, wow.
like developmental biology.
Application, yeah. Application of the
Yes. It's
the
like a
science,
preparation for your course college.
For your course in
course
college, yeah.
So if you're planning to pursue like a science course in college, so it's better for you to take STEM in senior high school
Yeah.
because all of the subjects will be introduced already in your grades 11 and 12. So it is easier for you to adjust when you go to college.
Oh, something like that. It's quite different, yeah, from here in Indonesia. Here in Indonesia, we have when they go to senior high school, they will choose 3. The one is science, humanities, and one is language, linguistic. So they will choose one of these. If you humanistic means like if you want to go civic education and something like that, yeah. You already know about that, yeah. And social. And then the linguistic will be in maybe Arabic, maybe language, yeah. English education or Indonesian language education, something like that. Or maybe Japanese education. We have here in Japanese. And science. If you want to be a doctor or something like that, yeah. Science, yeah, pharmacist, something like that. Physics, something, biology. We do it, but it's not very. But the curriculum may be very different, yeah. If you have in high school, I think it's more specific. It's something like that. In grade 11 and 12, it's more specific, yeah. But here in Indonesia, we don't have a specific one. We don't have some kind like marine biology. We don't have it. We only raise the level of learning material. We only rise. So it is like the grade is more higher and higher, and it is the same one in junior high school and senior high school. We have this chemistry, biology, and then physics, and also a little bit astronomy, in 1 year. So it is something like that. And now we have a new curriculum, Merdeka curriculum, Merdeka curriculum. You already know about it, right? We have something like a themes, right? The theme, the main themes, and then in that themes we learn about physics, we learn about chemistry, biology, or something like that. We do it now here in Indonesia. So this a little bit different, I think. And if we choose science, in high school, they will get physics, chemistry, mathematics, and something around science, and prepare them to go to take in university to take science major, science major. I think many kinds, engineering, something like that, engineering, physics, many kind of things, I think it's very interesting,
And also in the Philippines, we have this the special science curriculum. Aside from the curriculum of the basic education curriculum, the K to 12, we have the special science curriculum. So it's like given to what we call gifted students who are really interested and excel in science. So they still took the same curriculum as the basic one, the K to 12, but they have additional subjects. Like they have the more complex science subjects. Like for example, for me, I am also from the special science curriculum, so I still took all of the subjects suggested in the K to 12 curriculum, but I think we have a more complex sciences. Like on the grade 8, we have science subjects, but I have a science subject when I was in grade 8, but I remember I'm still taking a separate subject for analytical chemistry, and I also took biotechnology. So aside from science, they offer special science subjects for specialization of the curriculum.
Yeah, we don't have it here in Indonesia, but in extracurriculum, there is an extracurriculum like writing scientific paper. We have it. So if they want to take that kind of special additional science subject, they choose this extracurricular.
Because in the Philippines, students as early as junior high school, they can already take the major that they like. So we offer technology for students who want to take up technology. They will have elective technology. That's for the science and special science classes. For journalism, we also have for journalism. For students who want to take finance, they can have finance as early as in junior high.
So
their path is really
So you have to decide for your path as early as junior high school, or else you'll have a misaligned path from your junior high school to your college. So as early as you enter high school, you have to be very decided on what you should pursue for the rest of your life.
Profession that
It's very critical. It's a very critical choice.
Very critical. So in grade 11 and 12, you already in Philippines, the student already choose what they want to be in the future.
It's a preparatory for college. So
But there's some, like, you can call glitches, because like for example in us, we're education majoring in science. So the main debate is that what students, science teaching majors, what academic track should we pursue in senior high school? Should we pursue STEM because sciences are really applied in our course, or should we pursue humanities because humanities are also applied in our course, as like the basics of being a teacher? It's also taught in our course, but also the basics of science are also taught in our course. So what should we pursue on our senior high school? Should we pursue STEM or should we pursue humanities? So it's a big debate.
We highly encourage that if you are to take the major in science, it's better that you take already the STEM. Because the humanities and the concepts on how to teach will be taught deeper in the college. So it's something that if you're really committed in working, you can really excel on.
I agree with you.
Science
Because
is quite hard.
if you have good basics of science, you can teach science well. I think the main point is like that. Okay. So wow, we already have 45 minutes. Oh wow, good. I think it is very interesting to talk here today. So teacher forum, you already say about teacher forum in the beginning of our talk today. And then when I choose to be a teacher in the past, I have a dream. I have a dream to how physics is difficult. I already know, and I already asked the student. The student already physics is difficult, sir. I'm not interested in physics, and physics is a lot of equation, many theories. I must think. They don't want it. They assume that physics is very difficult, and I have a dream. I have a dream to how to teach the student and they are happy to learn about physics, yeah, because I'm in physics major, in physics education major. And how about you? Do you have a dream in the future, becoming a science teacher? Where you are teaching the students?
When based on my experience here on teaching on SMP3, the second I entered the classroom, when I speak in English, the students were they're very intimidated by my by my presence. And I can see my younger self in them. Like when I was also intimidated in science because I told earlier that I was consistently failing my math and science subjects. So one thing that I should, and my dream is for my presence to not be intimidated to the student, because learning science should not be intimidating. As teachers, it is a challenge for us to encourage students to be eager in learning science, because in eagerness, that is where the effectivity to learn branches. So that's my dream, for the teachers to not use intimidation in teaching science.
Yeah, and you?
As for me, I dream of becoming a teacher that is relatable and one who never stops learning.
Yeah.
Because in the world of science, we know that a fact only remains a fact unless it is proven otherwise. So there is no absolute, there is no certainty.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that are changing. So the theories that we know will not remain a fact, a theory as well. So I think that for me, I want to become a teacher who's always up to date. That's why I also wanted to take science, because I wanted to know, to get updated of all the things that is happening in our world. And I wanted also to make that teaching science more relatable to students. One that is, yes, as what Mr. G has said, not too intimidating for them, so they can be able to. I want science learning to be a safe space for them, a safe space where they can speak their opinions, where they will not be scared to share with me that they do not do this, that they want me to reiterate the lesson. I want a classroom that's a very inclusive one, that students have their own opinions about science, their curiosities. I want to unleash those, and perhaps one of those students that you just don't know, they can become the scientists and the inventors that could really help in science.
Yeah, because for me, I already have a small quote for our professor in the past, that nation wouldn't have many scientists, will be not a good future, right? Yeah, we know Japanese, Chinese, USA, they have, and Europe, they have a good scientists. If we don't have many teachers, science teacher, how come we have a scientist like that? How come we go forward? What about our future? I think government must think about that. We already see that nation who have many technology development, the science well or something like that, they have many prosperities. Even they don't have any resources. But they are developed well. They can develop well. I think that's the point. I want to increase to the student who want to be a science, who want to be an engineer, and to attract the student to become like that, to become the profession like that in science, engineering, pharmacist, doctor, maybe, scientist, maybe, something like that. What is the most important thing is the science teacher for me. Lead by the example of the science teacher. We must to give them knowledge that if you know science, you will become this one. Engineering, you can build a building, you can assist architecture, maybe you can make cure for disease or something like that. In pharmacies, maybe you become a doctor. You must learn science, and it is, I think it's very important to use it in our future. And I think because wow, it is almost 1 hour. Yeah. Wow, it is a very interesting thing. Yeah. Okay, the last one is there's only two questions. Remain two questions. The first one is about C teacher program in UAD, Universitas Ahmad Dahlan. How about your opinion about the C teacher program in Universitas Ahmad Dahlan?
Yeah, as for me, I came here as a C teacher with 3 missions in mind and 3 goals to attain, and that is one, of course, to improve my personal teaching development. Second is to learn the promote cultural understanding between the Philippines and the Indonesia, and of course, third, promote a strong collaboration with the education bridge through the innovative approaches that we have here and in the Philippines as well. But the C teacher program in UAD helped us attain so much more.
Yeah.
We have been exposed to a lot of excursions, to a lot of tourist spots that hold special heritage in the city. And I think the experience with the SMP Muhammadiyah 3 is also a great experience for us to learn the diversity of the learners, to be flexible, to be adaptive to the needs of those learners as well. Like on our case, we have made our lesson plans earlier. Then we went to teaching, we have realized that those lesson plans are simply just plans.
Yeah.
We really have to make immediate adjustments, immediate interventions, just so we can cater to the behavior of the student, to address the diversity, and to address, of course, the learning needs that they need as of the moment.
Okay, and you?
It is very commendable for the Southeast Asian Ministries of Education Organization for this initiative, because through this we were able to build linkages from within Southeast Asian countries, and that is the reason for us to improve the pedagogies of teachers all around Southeast Asia. Through this, we will be able to produce more competent and globally competitive teachers in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, so that's the most important thing in C teacher is we know about how another country culture in teaching. That's I think that's the very good experience in teaching. So how about your student there? Is the student is good or naughty?
They are just like the students in the Philippines. Well, they're kids. They have their own world. You have to set them free in order for them to learn. You just let them.
And then again, I think the main problem with us is, of course, the language barrier. Since they are bilingual classes, somehow they can understand us and they can
because what do you call it? The language. The language. I think the language is also the barrier of this program, because you teach in English, but maybe they only know about little bit English, so maybe there is I don't know, is there any bilingual classes right there, and they understand something like that? Maybe you must think more how to give the student about the concept, right?
It's a great challenge actually for us, because we were pushed more on how we can create a teaching strategy and intervention where both of us can understand without intimidating each other.
And maybe the culture, do you feel that the culture in SMP Muhammadiyah 3 different from school in Philippines?
Yes, the most notable thing that we were really overwhelmed is that how the students greet the teachers. Because in SMP Muhammadiyah 3 and as well as in other schools here, as we have been informed, the teachers would line up outside the classroom and the students would greet the teachers.
One by one.
I think it's a very nice experience for us, because we really felt like Indonesians give the highest regard to the teachers. That greeting is a very big respect.
That's I think in all of our school here in Indonesia do that right now. So they shake the hand and then yeah. Okay, that's I think that's become one of special, yes. I think the special phenomena. Yeah, I think it not happen in another country. I think. Yeah, I have been to Philippines 6 times. I don't face something like that.
They're not like that.
They're not doing that. Okay, so I think it is already 1 hour. Thank you very much for our talk today. It's very nice to have you here in our lab, in physical education study program, and also we collaborate with biology education study program right here, and maybe we can broadcast this podcast in these 2 YouTube. In YouTube you can when you go back to Philippines you can see in our YouTube in Pendidikan Fisika UAD I think that's all, and then I think it's very nice. I already know about that. Education in Philippines is I think almost the same in Indonesia. They face the challenge of how to teach the student, how the student feel about sciences. I think it's almost the same. The innovation almost the same also in Philippines and Indonesia, but the most memorable one is the high school. It is very different. The junior high school here 3 years, but in your country is 4 years. And the senior high school here 3 years, and in Philippines only 2 years. And I think I'm also, this is new for me. I only know today that the junior and senior high school like that, but it's 6 years. I think the same ones, the 6 year for junior and senior high school. I think the same one here in Indonesia. So the last one is the closing. So I want you to have the quotes of the day, one by one. Please go on from.
So I wouldn't be here without people who helped me and supported me all throughout my journey, and also for my students who I saw very happy with my lessons. So as long as you can see someone believing in you, and you can see someone who will be positively affected by your actions, then never stop, because you know it will create endless ripples, and you'll just know how big of an impact you will make.
So as for me, I wanted to share in an excerpt from my favorite poem by John Greenleaf Whittier. It's entitled "Don't Quit." So it says that stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things go wrong that you must not quit.
Wow, very good. Okay, for me, because I'm physics teacher, let's make teaching fun, and science is very important for us in many countries. It is very important if we want to make a better life in the future. So we must to learn science. In the future. Okay, I think that's all for our podcast today. Thank you very much for come to our places today. So we will close by say Dada, today, and also what do you want to say? To close this kind of thing. And I think we have a jargon in FKIP, in Faculty of Teachers Training Education. If I say FKIP, you say boost. It means that boost means we go up. We go up to a better future. Okay. To close the program, I will say FKIP, and you can say together